Hi, good morning. Today I'm going to flip through this book. It's called Photographer's Sketchbook, published by Thames and Hudson. It's a disused library book. I picked it up in a place called Jinbocho, a town called Jinbocho. I haven't had a great chance to look at it much, but I do love sketchbooks and I love photography. It says here, this book offers a rare behind-the-scenes look at the working methods of nearly 50 photographers from around the world. In their own words, they present selections from their sketchbooks, everything from Polaroid studies to smartphone snaps, diaries, fan photography, installations, etc. I haven't had a great chance to look at this book, so I thought today would be a good chance to go through. I haven't seen one of these library slips in many years. It's kind of amazing, kind of a relic. I hope this book doesn't have any nudity because I keep on getting flagged. I mean, it's not like any of these books are pornographic or anything, but they may contain a nipple or something. I do recognize a couple of these photographers, mainly Roger Ballin. I did a video of his before, and also Alex Soth, who I really like. Maybe I can do a video of one of his books later. However, I don't think I know many of the other ones. Oh, Saul Leiter, of course. Saul Leiter. He's great. I'm always obsessed by what people carry in their bags. I guess the only bad thing about looking at these types of photos is that you kind of, I mean, if you have this addiction or this compulsion to buy things, you can always get new ideas of what to buy, which is not necessarily a good thing. I do like looking at contact sheets because if a photographer has taken one main photo or selected one photo from that day, you can kind of look and see what else they did that same day, or some other shots they took that perhaps they didn't think worked out so well. This book has kind of like a matte finish, so it's kind of really nice to see these colors. I mean, they've done a great job at printing. And of course, one of the great things about having a book with so many photographers or so many different photographers is that you can later spend time and discover the work of these individual photographers. This is a good lesson here. Framing is important. Focus is not that important if you're trying to capture movement. Now, I did try to film this a few minutes ago, and as I turned the page, I saw a naked body. So here I am filming again. I know this page, I'm going to skip that one. There is one kind of photo that's really good, so maybe I can just cover. Okay. This is quite a tough photo. It says here that Helene, 41, veteran of 4 tours to Iraq and sole survivor of an IED blaster, killed the 4 other soldiers in a Humvee. That's a pretty harsh photo. This is Roger Ballin. I'm going to skip the next page. It has a sex doll. Although it's not a real body, I'm a little bit scared that it'll get flagged. Again, I'm not entirely sure about Roger Ballin yet. A little bit dark. I think you have to be in the mood. If you know any of these artists, or if you if they're one of your favorites, let me know. because a lot of these photographers are new to me. This is quite a chunky book, so apologies if it takes a while to go through all these pages. It's also a little bit difficult to flip through. There's some great colors here. I guess he has different homemade weights. Kind of look, I like that car. Robin Cracknell. Amy Elkins. I do like photos of birds. When I go for my evening walks, we can see a lot of crows or ravens over here in Yokohama, especially as I live next to a big park. There's heaps of ravens flying at nighttime, or crows. These action shots are great. Again, how they fill the frame up. You have some in the foreground and some in the background. That's great. This is from the beginning page where I said it's good to see inside people's bags. Oh, that takes a lot of patience. Is that? That looks like the cover of a Fortet album. I have no idea. There is love in you. I think that is the cover of a Fortet album. I don't know if you guys know Fortet. Yes. Yeah, here you go. It's for the Fortet album. Fortet's a great music producer. I'll link up that album if you haven't listened to it. Don't know if it's your style. My dream was to get out of New Haven as soon as I could. Naoya Hatakeyama. Oh, that's a beautiful photo. Oh, wow. I'll be really disappointed if I flip the page now and I get flagged. So I'm going to be a little bit cautious here. Oh, lucky. Okay. I mean, I think contemporary photography, I have mixed feelings. I like the use of color in some of these. They're great. I like big landscapes like this, or full frame photography, or medium format photography. I think there is a little bit of a oversupply of street photography at this moment. Somehow it's a little bit too easy to take photos now because everyone has a phone in their pocket or a camera in their pocket. But there, I think with unique voices, like catching, shops under freeways, or I don't know what that lady's doing. Looks like she's working in a milk processing place or something. There is still space for new ideas in photography, but maybe I have less patience for it now than I used to when I was a bit younger. But having said that about contemporary photography, I think that it's mostly my fault, to be honest with you. Maybe I don't have enough patience to look out for new photographers. Anyway, so I'm gonna say it's not the photography's issue, it's my issue. Saul Leiter, here you go. Hopefully I'm not botching his name. It says he died in November in 2013 before he could be interviewed for this book. I do know that he did paint also, so you can see that perhaps some of his paintings influenced his photos. He's kind of very famous for his use of color. He was one of the, I wouldn't say he's a pioneer of color photography, but he definitely had a unique eye. In these very muted colors. This is the stage of the book where I'm gonna try it very hard not to get flagged. Oh, okay. Anyway, we still have another third of this book to go. It is kind of a chunky book, so I'm gonna try to go a bit quicker. Mimi Molika. Mimi Moika? Don't know. That's a great photo. That's also a great photo. Louis Palut. I mean, he's captured the soldier here in the shadow, and you can see these people looking at the photographer. Don't know if the photographer was the soldier. Oh, it's a powerful photo. Laura Panek. Wow, that's a great photo. I was gonna say, it kind of reminds me of Australia. It has to be Australia. Trent Park. Must be, there's a cockatoo there. Anyway, this is kind of a, I mean, it's a very unique book. it's not really focused on the end product. It's more about the workflow. Every now and again you do have a finished photo like this one here by Emily Schur. Great use of color. This looks like Japan. It is. Untitled Japan. I do like looking at these contact sheets, as I mentioned, because you can see how people use color, how they frame photos. This is a very common scene here in Japan. How they use shadows. It's great to look at these. That's, I believe, it kind of looks like Shibuya, which is quite different now. Maybe not Shibuya though, who knows. Alex Soth, a great photographer. You can find him on, there are many interviews with him on YouTube. He's great. Paul Trevor. This reminds me of, there's a photographer who takes his ridiculously close photos with a flash of just strangers. His name escapes me, but if you like these types of photos, you may also like the guy I'm thinking of, so let me link that up. I do have a few of his books, so maybe I'll film them as well. Gotta be a little bit careful here, so close to the end. Okay, we're getting towards the end now. Let me know what you think about this book. Hopefully you had a good chance to see if you like this book. If you find it, go out and purchase it. Don't know how available it is, to be honest. I may spend some time with this book in the future to get inspiration and to read it more in depth or more closely. Let me know what you think. Were there any photos you liked, or any artists you liked, or any you didn't? That's it for this book. Have a great day. There you go, 200 yen. That's ridiculous. 200 yen. Have a great day.